Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies that value their unique skills. Making sure people have access to reliable and efficient energy where and when they need it most is mission critical. APR Energy has a global reach, technology, and overall work environment to make a difference both for the community and for transitioning veterans. Let's take a look.
APR Energy, we provide power to the world. If there's a need, we're here. To countries, to companies, to organizations who have a requirement that they need energy.
APR Energy builds, they own, they operate plants all over the world.
We impact people's lives in a very positive manner. We provide electricity for people. But more importantly, that helps families grow, that helps people learn, that helps people stay warm, that allows people to feed other people. That's what's important.
I really think that, what we do here really is empowering the people and giving back to their local communities.
There's not a lot of people out there that do what we do. We come in from ground zero where there's nothing on the ground, and we build a complete power plant from start to finish. APR is also looking at other avenues of going green, renewable energy. So we are always trying to be diverse and trying to improve on the company.
My name is Alicia Unson. I am the Director of Human Resources here at APR Energy. I've been here for 15 years. Some of our skill sets that people learn in the Army and that they learn in the Navy really fit our organization.
My name is Kendall Blackman. I was in the U.S. Navy for 25 years. I've been with APR Energy for 9 years, and right now my job in APR is I maintain all the maintenance at all the plants all over the world.
Hello, my name is Chris Haas. I've been with APR for a little over a year now. I run supply chain for APR Energy and responsible for all of the procurement for the company, in addition to logistics and all our warehousing operations. I served for 20 years total, 5 years active duty in the submarine force, and then 15 in the reserves for the submarine force. So retired after 20 years and retired as a commander.
I was 18 years old when I joined the U.S. Navy. Before then, I knew I was going into the Navy because I wanted to see the world. I also wanted to serve my country. My job in the Navy, I started off as a boiler technician. 600-pound boilers that fed steam to the main reduction system to turn the propellers on the ship. In 1997, I switched over to gas turbines.
So I was a nuclear submarine officer. You're leading a group of men who are maintaining all that equipment on board a sub. You feel a responsibility for the crew because you're the one at the end of the day who's got to make those decisions.
In the Navy, if somebody don't do their job right, you can get somebody hurt, you can get somebody killed. Anything can happen because we have to rely on each other, have each other back. I mean, when we're there, it's like a brotherhood. For me to transition from the Navy to civilian life, it was a point of the unknown.
A lot of veterans who are transitioning out have the tendency to not understand what to do next.
There are issues that you're struggling with. The other good thing about working for APR is you have people that have been there. Okay, you have a lot of veterans in this company that can be very supportive and help you in that transition.
APR Energy is a natural fit for veterans because of the skill sets that are instilled in them during their military service. I look for individuals who have leadership skills, who take initiative, who are self-driven. Those kind of core values are instilled in them. They're able to hit the ground and run here at APR.
The greatest thing about both the military and APR, you have people that can solve problems.
If you're a vet and you're looking for an exciting opportunity, working at APR is the place for you.
So if you're a vet and you want to work for APR, I think now is the time to put your resume in because they are hiring for one, they're a great company, they take care of their people, and you get to travel and see exciting places, and the work is gratifying.
APR Energy, offering exciting opportunities for veterans to make a difference around the world.
state government can offer a wide array of employment opportunities for those who have a passion for public service. That's why veterans are a perfect fit for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
My background in the military started when I began college in fall of 2001, and unfortunately September 11th happened. It inspired me to want to serve and do what I could and sign up for the military in January of 2002. I had completed my 8 years of service, and I had moved from private up to staff sergeant happily, and was able to start a family with my husband, and then applied, interviewed, and accepted a position at the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation as a civil engineer.
I'm Joe Lawler, a veteran of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I served from 1989 until 1995. I currently work as the Assistant Director of Nursing at Southwestern Veterans Center.
So one thing that's inherent in all of our veterans is a commitment to service. So those skills are transferable, and I think any sector of business would like those skills to be a part of their organization. So especially in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it's an opportunity to continue your public service. So you can come in and you apply some of that commitment that you've experienced while you were in the military, and then you can feel like you're a part of a team. Because in the Commonwealth, there are so many different agencies that we all have to come together for a common goal, and so that inspires you to be a team member. There are plenty of opportunities in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're a multi-agency Commonwealth, so we have services in public health, public safety, and education. And we have people building roads across all of Pennsylvania. So there are so many career paths that military veterans can take on coming over to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
It was an easy transition. Really, here it feels like a family. We, in the military, you fight for the people back at home, no matter what your job is. And in the Department of Transportation here, we fight for the people that use the roadways to make sure that they are as safe and as efficient as possible for them to get where they need to be and be home safely at the end of the night. Since I've started here, I've had a large amount of opportunities for growth. At the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, specifically at the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, there are so many trainings. They're very supportive of us getting our professional engineering licensure, and I think that goes really for any type of licensure that you need for your profession to grow.
My time in the National Guard gave me some confidence. It was a part of my life where I learned a lot of new skills. I did a lot of new things. I met a lot of new people. I learned how to deal with people and how to communicate better. And I think that kind of set me up, gave me the confidence to do things in the future, such as nursing, that I hadn't ever done before, but I felt confident that I could achieve it. It's very meaningful to me to continue my service through my current role. I'm not actively engaged in the armed forces anymore, but I've always had a soft spot for veterans, and working at Southwest Veterans Center gives me the opportunity to be surrounded by them every day to help serve our veterans who need some help.
So often, our military veterans are nervous about the transition out of the military service, but know that they have the skill sets that every agency wants. They're committed to service, they are mission focused, they have objectives that they would like to accomplish, and for organizations that do that well, that say that well, and they'll be attracted to that. And so I know in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, state government, we have a welcome mat for our veterans to come cross the threshold and come into this organization and do well. Pennsylvania is veteran friendly. We have a Welcome Home PA website that we can direct our veterans to that connects them to mentors. It also has an educational enrichment information. It talks about how we have other support services. Another thing about Pennsylvania is that we have about 92% of our positions do not require a college degree. And we have positions that range from entry-level technical positions and managerial positions as well. So that's a reason to come to Pennsylvania and stay in Pennsylvania.
Members members of our military serve to protect our nation and our freedoms. There's a global brand born in the USA 140 years ago, whose mission is to protect and beautify the world around us. Let's learn more about PPG. They're offering veterans a fulfilling second career so they can continue making a positive impact the PPG way.
PPG was founded in 1883, so we are now celebrating our 140th year in business. Back then, it was known as Pittsburgh Plate Glass, and that was many, many years ago. We now are only known as PPG, and we're primarily a coatings company, and our mission is to make sure that we're the world's leading coatings company, providing those consistent, high-quality products to our customers all around the world.
My name is Bill Wilson. I was in the United States Air Force. I work at PPG as a pilot plant supervisor. I've worked for PPG 31 years. It's a good company to work for. It has always been good to me and my family. A good place to work.
I wanted to do something a little different than what everybody else in my family had done. There had been nobody else had been in the military in the Marine Corps. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do the hardest one. So my MOS was a 9919, a Marine Air Ground Task Force planner. And it was really cool. It had like a really cool chain of command. I got to travel all around the world. So you can't plan a war for somewhere without putting boots on the ground and being there and seeing what you're actually planning around.
I was in the Air Force for 4 years. I wanted to join my grandfather and my father were both military, so I felt kind of followed in their footsteps. In the Air Force, I was an F-111 avionics technician. Worked on radar and navigation. I left the military to pursue life, I guess. I made a lot of friends, still have friends today that I was in the Air Force with.
In aerospace, I was our global director of our general aviation sales and marketing platform. I served as our plant manager of our aerospace facility in Sylmar, California, and today I'm director of our North American supply chain. When I started with PPG in 1984, the only aerospace division was in Huntsville, Alabama, and now then we're in every place around the globe. I think PPG is an attractive company for anyone, and I think I'm a perfect example of that. I think I sometimes have a fairy tale story. I started out sweeping the floor, and now I'm the director of our North American supply chain.
I had been working for Lockheed Martin doing contracts, so that's a little piece of what I did when I was in the Marine Corps as well. And honestly, I drove by PPG every day, and I thought, I wonder what they do in there. And so I looked on the website and applied and came, and it was absolutely one of the best decisions I've ever made.
So my job here, I am a pilot plant supervisor, operator. I make 1-gallon batches prior to scale up. So we will run everything here. All of our equipment is scaled much smaller, but our speeds for dispersers and things are all equivalent to the plant. Once I make the batch here, we test it. And if everything tests out okay and looks okay, we will move it to the big plants and scale up from there.
Has numerous employee resource networks, and the VERN, or the Veterans Employee Resource Network, is the one that I'm part of. One of the parts of our mission is to be able to help our employees who are veterans, help them to grow in their job, to have their career grow and become more and more. And then we do a lot of community engagement to help.
It's such a diverse company and does so many things, from production to maintenance to machining, engineering, quality, leadership, research and development. The doors are open and endless as far as career opportunities. And I'd like our veterans to know that they have a home and they have an opportunity to grow with a company that loves to grow.
Welcome back. DaBella, a recognized industry leader in home improvement services, is dedicated to improving the lives of homeowners. Not only do they use products made in America, they also rely on U.S. military veterans to facilitate their mission.
Debella is a home improvement company specializing in the sale of roofing products, windows, gutters, and siding. Hi, my name is Carla Lyles. I'm the Director of Human Resources for Debella Exteriors. So I joined with Debella a year and a half ago. I am an active duty military spouse, so moved around a lot. My husband, who is in the Navy, he is a naval flight officer. Currently he's stationed in San Diego. He is part of the 3rd Fleet managing their schedules. When it comes to our military members, they have a sense of commitment, a dedication, and they're here for the bigger picture. It's not just about what they can get out of themselves or for themselves, it's what they can do to support the bigger picture, which is our core values, lead, care, grow.
Hi, my name is Josh Brown, and I am production manager here at DaBella Exteriors. I've been working here for 7 years. I've been in the Army National Guard for 16 years. I joined in 2007 as a 13 Bravo artilleryman. I moved up the ranks from private all the way to where I currently am as a sergeant first class in the Washington Army National Guard. I originally joined to get a free scholarship in college. Right after my unit was deploying, and I decided to skip my free scholarship and actually deploy to Iraq because I wanted to be a part of something greater.
The reason I joined the military was directly because of 9/11. We saw the towers collapse, and it was then I basically quit college and joined the military. I am Richard Kirkendall with DaBella Exteriors. I currently am the general manager of the Salt Lake City branch. I was in the United States Air Force for 7 years. I achieved the rank of technical sergeant, and I made the decision to join the Army as a logistics officer.
My name is Chris Jamerson. I'm a general manager in training here at DaBella. In the Navy, I was a damage controlman, 2nd class petty officer, and I was in the Navy for 4 years. I joined the Navy to be a part of something bigger than myself, to support and defend the United States. As a damage controlman, we are responsible for ship stability and any damages that can happen in combat on a ship. We had jets explode on the aircraft carrier, and there's thousands of people, and they're all stuck on this ship. So when it comes to being the first responder in a situation like that, there's a lot of weight, because you know that everyone's lives depend on you.
Going on deployment, like I said, it's kind of weird to think back to that stuff. It just all seemed to happen so quickly. I remember in the beginning kind of being scared because I didn't know what I didn't know, and then after that, it just became that you're doing something bigger. You're protecting, base, your brothers and sisters that are in arms with you, that are deployed with you.
My first time at Iraq, I got there in 2008, and this is where I actually hit my first IED. On Christmas Day, we had 34 mortars hit the base. On New Year's, we had 24 mortars hit the base. So lots and lots and lots of fun. At least that's the way I described it. It was definitely an interesting time, but it also made me appreciate what I have today, which is everything: my life, my family, the civilian job, all the things that I can appreciate in life.
Being a father, it's super important. That's kind of my why. That's why I do this job. That's why I was in the military.
The military to the civilian transition isn't always the easiest. A lot of our current employees have been down that road, and fortunately they've stuck with us because, like I said, it's difficult to know what it is that you want to do once you get out of the military without having the opportunity of trying different career paths.
Find a company that wants to grow people. I got lucky by finding DaBella because they truly believe in leadership and teamwork, and the only way their company is able to grow like it has is because we actually grow people and not just grow the bottom line.
Getting out of the military was kind of tough for me. It was just when you're adult life, that's more or less what you know. So I was lucky to find DaBella.
One of the things that drives DaBella's success in the home improvement space is our people. We truthfully believe that the success of our organization is fully and wholly on our people. So that's why we focus a lot on our leadership, because without their dedication, without their drive, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Any vet that asks me what I think about working at DaBella because they're looking at coming to work here is congratulations. You found the spot you've been looking for. The dreams that you had transitioning out of the military, it's all here.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much during military service, today's veterans have found careers where they've been able to shine. I'm Montel Williams. I want to thank you so much for joining us in this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.